And now, I'd made a joke back in February, and it was real funny in February, right after the iPad came out. I was talking about technologies and how they diverge, and I was saying how the iPhone, like, technologies always diverge, but the iPhone's weird because it has a convergence of technologies, kind of like a Swiss Army knife does, and that this is only possible because the only place technologies don't diverge is in your pocket. It's the pocket exception to the law of divergence. And so, yeah, sure, a Swiss Army knife, right, it makes total sense in your pocket, but if I gave you one for your kitchen, you'd say, that's really stupid. Because, like, it can only do one thing at a time, and it's difficult to clean, and you say, this is awkward and ridiculous, and that's why everyone hates the iPad. Right? Now, at the time, that got a roaring laugh back in February. But then a couple months later, I told the same joke, and people were like, but no, I kind of like the iPad. And this iPad's actually kind of cool. And the reason for this is for the hype curve from the Gartner group. For people who know about this, all technologies follow this same curve. They start with a basic technology trigger at the bottom, and like this cool thing just got invented. Now, this is a graph of visibility over time, right? And so this thing got invented, and then everybody starts talking about it. No one has seen it yet. All right? Everyone's talking about, oh, it's so awesome, you know. They're talking about it's so amazing, I can't wait, it's going to change my life, right? And they're waiting outside the store in order to buy the thing. And this is a point called the peak of inflated expectations. And then the thing comes out, and everyone sees for what it really is. And they all say, boo, we hate it. And we go deep into the trough of disillusionment. And it's, boo, this thing's horrible, and we hate it, and it sucks. But then eventually, people figure out, oh, I see what this is for. And then over time, they figure out, okay, doesn't change everything, but it's good for some things, and that's really nice. And so at the time, like I told that joke, it was like right here, right? People are like, oh, man, I thought the iPad was going to change everything. But then later, people are like, oh, actually, I can do web surfing on the couch. It's kind of nice. I kind of figured it out. And Saturday Night Live, they had it right. When the iPad came out, they made a great joke about it. They said it was, hey, the iPad came out this weekend, 300,000 people bought it, $500 they each paid for this, which brings in a new era of people buying things to find out what they are. Right? Which is totally true. Because you see people with the iPad, and they're like, should I bring it to work? I guess, maybe? I don't know. What's it for? Right? And they gradually figured it out. And it turns out what the iPad's freaking awesome for is like computing on the couch. Computing on the couch always sucked before. Trying to do your laptop kind of sucked. Or you use the phone, but it's so small. This is actually really nice. For the couch, it's great. It fills a little nook and cranny in my life that I didn't know I needed, right? It's like, oh, this is pretty great. I don't know if I want to carry it everywhere all the time. I feel weird at a meeting typing on that thing, but on the couch, I mean, that's pretty great. So what have we learned from this? Put jokes here. We've learned that, certainly. But I think the deeper thing is that to figure out the nooks and crannies that the plateau of productivity is all about, we have to figure out where these go. Okay. And I love this. This was announced like 2 days ago. Company in India has announced they're going to make a tablet computer $35. It's coming out in 2012, I think they've announced, $35. And my favorite part about it is this picture of the guy. Because, hey, check it out, $35. You could buy an iPad, or you could buy 15 of these, right? And anyway, it seems sort of silly, but it certainly points to the fact that screens are going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and you're going to be able to put them in all kinds of weird places that you didn't think of before. Oh, and there's a side note on this. The person who figures out how to combine digital pornography with a waterproof shampoo bottle is going to be very rich. That person will make a lot of money. Remember this day, for I dub it Shamporn.